Good morning. Today is April 29th, Tuesday, 2025. I thought today was day 21, but now that I'm thinking about it, day 21 should be tomorrow, so I'm going to have to check back my schedule to see what day it actually is. Maybe I've been misnumbering my days, but I'm going to start out with a recap from yesterday because I don't think I did it. So I was at class. After class, I decided to it was our last class was before the finals, so the professor and some of the students in the class went to go get a coffee to chat after. I really liked this professor because he was really interesting, very experienced person, worked at a bunch of different banks in high positions, and he taught because he liked it, and he's funny, and he doesn't give a fuck what other people think, so I enjoyed his class. But it was a little bit slow for me. I had an exam at 3. It was 12:30. I was going back to the building to try to get a study room, but they wouldn't let anyone back in the building. And someone in the group, his mom, called him and said that power's out in Portugal, France, and Spain. Apparently, I don't know if she has like connections with power people or whatever. But I was like, what? So I sit outside for 30 minutes with 2 other people in the group. We're just chit-chatting, talking, wait to see if anything will happen. And then I decided, I was like, if it's 1, I have 2 hours into my exam, power's out in multiple countries, this shit's not coming back on. So I decided to walk home. The walk home was supposed to be like 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 20 minutes. I cut that down by like 30 minutes because I'm a beast. So, but I got absolutely sunburned, so that was not sick. I got home, power's not on at home. I think I take a nap because I'm just exhausted. I've said this before, but when I'm in the sun for an extended period of time, I just get absolutely tired. So I took a nap for like 2 hours. I woke up, power's still not on. My roommate was gonna go to Retiro Park, so I was like, and he invited me, so I was like, fuck it, let's go. And then we were about to leave, and I'm gonna continue this because I'm about to go to the store. So we're about to leave. We open the door, and then, so they're mainly my roommate's friend. You saw her, name's Caroline, was outside. And we were kind of shocked because we don't have Wi-Fi. We don't have any way to contact anyone. And she's just like outside our apartment. But we said hello, and she just starts crying. I'm not gonna share what happened to her because it's her place, but basically something bad happened to her. And I think at that time she just needed some like comfort and friends. And she's really close with my roommates. They just got back from England, and they go on like all their trips together. Those 3 are like really tight. So we went inside for a little and calmed down and talked about it. And then we finally, after like she felt better, we left to Retiro. Retiro was closed. So we walked all the way there. We walked all the way around, and we found this little patch of grass where other people were. We sat there and chilled. Everyone brought a book. I brought my little Kindle, and I was reading a book. I'm almost done with it, which is kind of sad. But, because I've really enjoyed it so far. I would recommend it to anyone who, oh my God, I sometimes hate cars when I'm recording. Would recommend it to anyone. But then we walked, our chairs are kind of a far walk, so we walked all the way back trying to find some food, but we couldn't find anything. Nothing was open except for this one place not far from our house. So, and we got some like beef or chicken noodles. They're pretty good, but there was a small portion, so we ate. We walked a little way to find that place was light and ate, and we walked back, and I got another portion of noodles and then some bao buns. The shits are so good, bro. I absolutely love them. They have like pork or like beef in some, and literally heaven. But just really weird. Power didn't come back on until like 11:40, so at least it came back on. I don't know if it's completely on, but I think so. So that was a recap of yesterday. Today, since my exam got canceled, it's going to be rescheduled, but I don't know when anything's going to be. I'm going to do my normal routine as if I'm on like break, which is like gym, augment code, and all that. But they want to go back to the park today. Caroline invited us to chill and then go to a cafe. So I'll see if I can get enough done to where I can justify it, but I'll catch y'all later. Here are my workouts for today. It was a lower body day, so I started out with squats. This was pretty good. I think when I recorded this, I was really struggling to count the proper amount of weight. So my squat and my squat was too light. My deadlift was my RDLs were too heavy. And then this is like a hamstring exercise. You can see it seems like I'm going fast, but this is 5 times sped up. So I'm actually going very slow, trying to take my time, really get tension. And then this is the sus machine. Okay, so update. It's been a second. I haven't talked to y'all since maybe the morning, but I went to the gym. Y'all saw that. I then came home, did a work for an hour on the calendar app. It was actually really enjoyable to do it, and it felt like I was just listening to music and then either looking like playing with the screen or looking at the VS Code, augment code, extension, like go by the different things, and it's like super enjoyable to just, I don't know, it feels good to enjoy it. And I hope that everyone finds something that is like productive, such beneficial for them that they find. I feel like such a loser saying that. It just felt great to do. I maybe going to Retiro again. Actually going to Retiro today with my roommates in a little bit. So I just showered and then I was planning on bringing a ball with me so I could juggle and then coming back home and juggling when I get home. I switched up my like eating, so I had a protein shake as soon as I got back from the gym, because apparently having protein immediately after you work out is good for recovery and muscle building. And then after my augment code, I had my lunch, which was still my pre-made stuff. I'll have to make lunch, or I'll have to make dinner tonight and meal prep something, but I don't have anything top of mind, so I'll have to figure that out. Maybe some pasta thing. I just had pasta, but I could have pasta again. I don't know. Today's felt better though. Trying to record more today. Not trying to. I'm recording more today, and I'm liking it. And I'm gonna try to continue to record as long as keep my stuff charged. When I go to Retiro, I think I'm still gonna bring my computer. I'm gonna bring the ball. I might text Sammy to see if he can bring a spikes ball set and then also hang out with us. But I don't even know when that's happening. Caroline's not even over yet, and it's like 2 when she was apparently supposed to come over. So we'll see how that goes. Still trying to get everything in. I'm going to get everything in. I'm about to finish my David Goggins book, and I'm actually really sad. I'm going to have to read a different book, and I just like reading his stuff. I want to produce content. That's how I want to feel. That's how I want people to feel about my content, about my whatever I put out. I want people to absolutely love it and like want more. So maybe scarcity is a pull, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to produce as much as I can because I only have a limited amount of time, and I don't want to leave any gaps for anyone. So I guess that's my strategy, a little bit different. Duck. Hello. Just wanted to have a kind of end of recap, just talk to maybe some better things that I did today. I didn't do everything I wanted to do today. I didn't do my juggling. We went to Retiro. We just sat and talked for a little bit. It was me, Caroline, and Brian. It was very nice just to talk um, to them about. We talked about religion for a very brief amount of time, and then just kind of whatever else. Just hearing what other people think about religion and how they grew up. Because personally, for me and my family never really talked about it. It was never really a discussion. It wasn't like something that was condemned, like not allowed to be talked about. It was just something we didn't really care, so we didn't really talk about it. So it's interesting to hear like other people, their perspective on like God and organized religion and like how they feel about it and anything like that. Especially coming from someone who has never really experienced any higher being or pulled to any religion for any reason. It's interesting to hear like how other people have either felt the pull to believe in their own thing or to a certain religion. So I want to share that. I just uploaded yesterday's video. It was like 5 minutes long. I'm disappointed in myself because I thought I would record more, but I was kind of thrown off because the entire power was like down for like 10, almost 12 hours, like 10 hours. So, I mean, that was just crazy. It was really odd experience. I think it was really cool. I just finished the description, so I'm going to talk about that. It was really cool to like I to realize what you take for granted, like lights, like stove, like getting water, going to the grocery store, having refrigerated goods, all that I seem to take for granted, partly because I've grown up in a world that I've always had that, being able to connect with anyone. I've never really had a problem of, oh, I don't know when I'm going to talk to this person ever again. If I really want to, I can text anyone in the world. All I need is their WhatsApp, their Instagram, Snapchat, and even if I don't have it, I probably have a mutual friend that has it. So it's just crazy because nothing was working. Like the power was out literally everywhere. The cell towers weren't working. So we were just walking around. It was honestly a good time, but cool to see what you take for granted. Just so you could, I don't even know why, but I just think it's interesting. Then today, I think the last time I talked, we were going to Retiro, went, came back, and then did some work. I think I just chilled, honestly. I'm kind of disappointed in the fact of myself that I hadn't been like really pushing today. Uh, I don't know why. I don't really have an excuse. I don't have anything to say about it. But I did went to dinner with Atticus, my roommate, and I think we had a really important conversation. I think I said some things that I kind of been holding back about how I felt the lack of authenticity, how I act with other people, and he was kind of trying to understand my motivations and how I think as a person. He's very good at trying to learn more about the other person. A lot of times when I'm conversing with him, it's usually him asking questions to learn more about me, and I think that's a really good trait that he has. Um, what I call not I didn't come up with this name. I think Chris Williamson did, but it's reverse charisma, in which you're charismatic because you're really good at spinning the conversation on other people, and other people really like talking about themselves. So it's interesting for the other person likes you because you're really good at making them talk about themselves, which people love doing. And Atticus is really good about that, but I know Atticus is really good at it, so I try to intentionally try to add him into the conversation to make sure it's not just me talking and that he's actually like involved and he's not just asking questions. It's not an interview, it's an actual conversation. I think he's a very like well thought person. I don't know how to say it other than that, but we talked about how my initial reason for why I wanted to be successful in that it started in 7th grade, and since now I feel like I've never had someone been like really attracted to me and really want me romantically. So then I started to build myself because I wanted to find someone who would be like romantically attracted to me. But it's how it's kind of evolved into how I just kind of want to feel secure into myself, and that I have complete control over my mind, and I can essentially do like whatever I want to do on a daily basis, what will satisfy me, what will bring me like internal fulfillment. And something he noted was that something I do a lot is that I close up. A concern that he really had is that I said I don't have any close friends, and I would say I don't have any close friends, although his definition of close friend is very vague, because I want to clarify what he meant. He said that a close friend is someone who cares about your growth and cares about you, which could be a very vague like interpretation. I kind of interpret it as something else. It's kind of someone you can go to and talk about anything with, and honestly I don't feel like I like have anyone I can really be myself with, and that's honestly on me, because I have a problem with trying to show the real me, in which so then I always come across to other people as like a fake version of me. Even I don't know if they can tell, I don't know what they think, but I know I'm not being the most authentic version of myself. And that conversation just felt very authentic of me trying to show what I actually like feel. And it was actually very enjoyable to have. It felt very enjoyable for me to not have to hide what I really think or who I really am. And I don't even do it consciously, but I'll do it like when I'm recording these videos and my roommates are home. I act completely differently when they're not here. They're not here right now, but it's just like crazy to think about how I do it subconsciously. It might be something I've been doing for so long that I don't even think about, like I'm not even consciously doing it anymore, that it's like a automatic switch. So I think doing that, working on that, being more authentic in who I am and what I want, will just lead me to have deeper relationships. And then he really advised me to work on having close friends. And the reason why I kind of shell myself off, especially since I've gone to college, is because I don't essentially want the people who will influence me. I don't want people around me to influence my actions, and I feel like which is honestly my own fault, but I'm very easily to be influenced. If I see the people around me not really working hard or not really doing anything, then it's easier for me to fall into distraction. So honestly, it's just on me. I feel like I'm kind of weak in that I'll easily fall out of who I am and who I want to be. Like today, I came home after dinner and I just watched YouTube, or when we came home from Retiro, I just watched YouTube. I wasn't getting to work. I wasn't pushing to be a better version of myself, and there's only one person to blame for that. I can blame that, oh, these people around me aren't working that hard, so I'm not going to work that hard. But I have to be true to myself at all times. In me faking around other people maybe leads to this idea that I have to conform to them, although I think I just have to do a better job of being myself, and with like what I talk about, and then also my actions, what I do. I have to decide what I'm going to do today based on what I think is best for me, not what I feel like I want to do right now or what other people are doing. If I don't think something is best for me, then I should not be doing it. And if I can become that person where I have complete control of my mind, in which I do what I like deep down really wanted to do that day and not what I felt like doing in the moment, I think I could really be content within myself, really be making progress every single day on who I want to become. Because I'm looking for self-fulfillment, but that self-fulfillment doesn't come unless I'm someone I can be proud of. And for me to be proud of myself, I have to do what is required, and what is required is to make progress every day. So honestly just get better with friction, get better with doing hard things. If I can do that to where I consistently pick the hard thing instead of the easy, cheap dopamine task, then easy path to self-fulfillment. Even if I'm not at my goals at the point, I'll still be fulfilled within myself. But I do sometimes fall into, when I am in that self-fulfillment where I'm constantly pushing towards my goals, I'll fall back into, oh, I'm doing good enough, I can take a break. I have to be able to keep doing it every single day without a break so that I'm continually pushing the line, because that's where the advantage is, in which when everyone else stops, you keep on going. I think these videos, I'm hoping they're gonna help me get better at articulating what I actually think, how I actually feel, because I think it's something I really struggle to get across to people and to even explain to the camera. I've mentioned it a few times before, but I have these feelings inside my head about how I actually feel about something or someone or what I actually want in life, but I can't even accurately articulate that to someone else. And so I just won't say anything, or I'll just, I don't know, conform. So I need to grow as a person. Luckily I think I can really build a close relationship with Sammy, who's going to be my roommate next year, because I think we're on the same path. I think we can really push each other to try to outwork the other person, and that's something I really want in someone who's in my like foxhole. Is something that David Goggins talks about, someone who's in your close circle who expects you to push yourself and nothing else. Like quitting isn't even an option. It's not even something that comes across their mind. It's just like they believe that you can do it, and they're going to continue to push you and continue to believe in you no matter what. And I think I can really cultivate that with Sammy, because we are going to be in the same kind of period of life where we need to push, need to become better football players. For Atticus and Brian, it's a little bit different. They're on their study abroad semester. The next time they're going to be in Europe, who knows? Especially like ease of access to all these countries. They had a little bit of money saved up as well, so they could travel. They're going to be working in New York this summer. They're going to go back to USC, and then they're going to be working in New York for the very like near future, so at least 2 years. And this might be the only time that they're ever going to be in Europe. So I understand why they do it. I still think they're both like very ambitious people, but I think I have to do a better job of not discounting them because of what state they're currently in. And I think they're both very successful, both very ambitious, but just not right now. And I completely understand why. So I need to do a better job of trying to really understand the other people around me, and not just saying like, oh, I understand, like blah, blah, blah. Like really trying to get like into their steps and understand them, so that I can do that I can develop like close relationships with people, so I can have fulfillment in that way. Another thing that Atticus said is that in regards to like close friends, instead of me like being social and like trying to talk to people, he said neither person wants to say hello first. And I think that's completely true, just based on my own experience. When I see people, like I just want them to say hello to me, and I don't want to go out of my way to say hello to them because I don't want to be like ghosted. But I think it's just something I have to do better, where I have to be okay with someone like not saying hello to me back and not caring, because I know the best version of me would go up and say hello to that person no matter what, and that it's harder for them, and that I'm going to make it easier for them to acknowledge me by me acknowledging them first. So a lot of stuff I need to work on, a lot of stuff I need to work out. I need to work out doing better with recording. I need to work out actually being disciplined, because honestly right now I'm not, and I'm not as like content within myself, because I know I could be more than I am right now. And if I am going to hang out with friends, like that's okay, especially right now. But in the times where I'm at home, like watching YouTube, no excuse. Like at that, there's no reason for me to be watching YouTube. It's not beneficial at all. I'm watching some like brain dead thing. I need to be I need to be working. I've enjoyed the work today. I don't know why it's so much like difficulty for me to continue to do it or to continue to get into the hard things, but maybe that's why it's so hard. Maybe that's why so many people quit, can't do it, because they need someone to tell them what to do. But in order for me to be the like self-actualized person that I want to be, I need to be able to say I'm going to do something and listen to that. So that's just wanted to share tonight. I think some really important points. Hopefully in the future I can do a better job of connecting with people, even if we have different ideas, even if they're not on the same ambitious path. Me being able to continue to do what I want to do, but when I'm not doing that and when I see them like still being able to be like develop a relationship with them as friends or as friends, like who I just care about, or like business wise, whatever it is, just trying to be a better person to those around me and trying to help other people so that just, I don't know how to say it, but just like try to be better at developing friendships. So day 20, real day 20, done. Good night. Gonna wake up tomorrow 6:45. Maybe edit this immediately, maybe not. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll edit this immediately. So you'll see this one nice and early. Haven't been getting that many views recently at all, and that's okay, because my audience isn't for the people now, it's for the people in 5 years when I'm making it. Of course, eventually I would like to have not even some return, but just like a community is honestly the best thing I think I can build from this, so I can be better at finding people who are on that same path of really pushing, and then I can surround myself with that. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get better at developing the relationships with the people around me, so that even if I don't find the people, I'll be ready for when I do find the people that do fit into my world. So get better at being me and get better at developing relationships with others, as well as listening to what I want to do. Not greatly articulated, not greatly spoken about, but again, this is what this channel is for me to get better at that. There's going to be pauses, there's going to be buts, but I'm going to continue to watch myself. The more I talk, the better. So having these longer videos is a lot better, because I'm going to improve more, because I'm going to have more tape to watch, more feedback for myself. Yeah. If you want to know, this is Caroline's hat. She left it at her house. So just wearing it. But good night.